Hi guys, I have a feeling that the lighting in this video is going to be terrible. I'm just telling you right now because I'm all electric light and it's about as gloomy as it could possibly be outside. It's been raining and raining, it's gray, and it's still early in the day, it's barely 12. But anyway, hey everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. I had plans to be outside today and do the electric bike and do some projects I had in the garden, and I had planned on going out and taking you on errands, and all of that had to be scratched because it's raining and the weather is really bad. So how about we talk about this? So for those of you who've been around, you know this is not my regular table. So we're going to talk about this a little bit because I got this this week, and I'm going to spend the time not restoring it, but kind of like cleaning it up and fixing it a little bit. So let's get started. I'm doing a quick antique restoration project. I'm telling you, this is going to be so whitewashed and it's going to look terrible. But anyway, so it's no secret that I pick up trash off the side of the road and I resell it. And I actually did very well on the Facebook marketplace all year long, but this week was pretty good. And I go on Tuesday night with Scott and we do either north side or south side of town. And we really tend to just keep it in our town because otherwise it's not that it's too much, but you miss out, okay? And you never know where should you start. Should you start in town over? Should you start here? And then if you do it to town over, there may be nothing. And by the time you come back, people have already picked up stuff. Because I'm not the only one doing that. There's competition now, okay? Anyway, so I find all sorts of stuff. A lot of decorative items, a lot of furniture, pretty much my entire dining room table, and well, yeah, my entire dining room table and chairs is a street find. Let me see, I have a dresser in the living room that's a street find. I have one curio that's a street find. I have another curio that's a street find. I have artwork that's street find. This one I just found this week. It's by Neil Mitchell, and it's actually a real watercolor on paper signed by the artist. He died in 1934. It's framed, professionally framed. They threw it out. I'm keeping it. I just found a Tiffany style lamp from the 1970s. I mean, I'm finding stuff all the time. Most of it I sell on the Facebook marketplace or on the Esty Shop. And some of it I keep, and I tend to keep the furniture, in particular antique furnishing. And this one is no exception. This, I'm going to show it to you in nauseating close-ups. I'm sure for those of you who are not interested, it's quite a find. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's quite a find. My antique identification groups on Facebook are all, you know, they think it's a really nice piece, and I agree, it's a very nice piece. So it's got some damage because it's just about 100 years old, and it's been loved, but it's about to get loved even more because I'm going to fix it. There's nothing broken, it's just wood, and as you know, wood furnishing in a home through generations will get dings and dents and scratches and you know, whatnot. So today that's what I'm going to do. It's the perfect day to do this. And then later on I'm going to make a soup, and that's the next video. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the table, tell you a little bit about it and what I know about it, and then what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so here it is, and I think the lighting is a little bit better here. You're probably wondering, well, what's the big deal? Okay, well, the big deal is that this is called a butterfly library table. and I'm going to show you why butterfly in a second. So let me remove the stuff from the top, because that's the top I'm really going to work on today. And then I'll give you close-ups of everything, because the table opens and expands with a butterfly mechanism. That's a sliding mechanism, and it's amazing. You know, I'm here sipping my coffee, admiring the work on this table, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It is, and I know I always, you know, make things bigger than they are, but this is a big deal. This is a big deal. I'm still trying to figure out who the manufacturer is. So are my antique identification people. We can't figure it out yet, but we will eventually, because I haven't seen a single one out there that is the same. I found similar, but the feet and the inlay on the top is different. So it's quite of a mystery and a puzzle to try to figure out what is what. So I'm gonna have a sip of coffee, and then I'm gonna take off all my stuff here, and then I'm going to show you the mechanism, because this is quite amazing. And by the way, I know there's a lot of people who are new on the channel, and yes, you heard me say it at the beginning, I pick up stuff off the side of the road. This lamp is one of them. Oh, this is one of them. And I also look for a really good bargain. This is a late 1800 American Brilliant cut that I purchased off the Facebook Marketplace from a lady. She wanted $10 for it. Okay. And then this one here is also quite fabulous. I found it at the thrift store for $7. I was going to sell it, and it's also 100-something years, but it's got a chip right here. So let me put those out. This is spectacular. Oh, and the Musketeer was a gift. I don't know if you can see him proper here. I'll do better close-ups later on. Okay, my dear, we're gonna take you to the side. So this looks to be tiger maple, and then for the middle part right here, and then there's this beautiful wood here that's cut in a particular way. I don't know how to describe it. It's not little pieces, it's just the wood is cut in a way where you get to see the edges, or, you know, the rings of the wood. And then there's inlay. And I'm hoping I can really show you. Let me see if I do a close-up. Am I gonna lose focus? Here we go. And then there's this inlay work right here, which in France we refer to as marqueterie. So there's this separation right here, and then there's another one over there. And when I picked it up on the side of the road, it was already kind of like dark, and I brought it home and didn't realize that there was a split right here in the middle. So when I brought it home, I put it upside down so that I could clean it. I don't think it had been on the sidewalk too long. And I realized, oh wow, what I thought was a drawer is not a drawer. It's actually the mechanism to get what's called a butterfly leaf from the underside to pop up to the top. So I'll open that in a second, but I just want to show you the turnwood legs here. And the one in the middle. So this is really, really good craftsmanship. You can tell people have been sitting at this desk or table, because there's areas here where the finish is faded. So there was like 1 foot here or there, and probably within this direction, because it's not as damaged on the other side. So it's been well used. And let me show you the work here on the side. And again, this area here is also more damage on this side than it is on the other. So this table was used for probably its intended purpose, which is a library table. And they also refer to them as parlor table, but it's mostly used for libraries. So why libraries? Because the table opens up and you can extend it with the butterfly leaf that's on the underside when you want to look at larger volumes and maps. I mean, how clever is that? So let's open it, and then I'll extend it. I'll show you what it looks like extended. I'm not going to work on the leaves because I probably will not open it. I don't have the intention of using it as a additional table. I just want to use it as a parlor table, basically, or console in the dining room to display stuff, and also because I like to have something in front of the window. Yes. So how does it work? Well, what I thought was a drawer is not. You actually pull this, and this is the latch that opens up the mechanism. So you pull this like this, and then you start opening. If I can do it, here we go. You start opening your table. Let me pull it here so we can have more room. Alright, like this. So of course I've inspected it all over the place to try to see if there was a manufacturer or anything, and the only thing I can see is Perfection Table Slide Manufacturing Company in Watertown, Wisconsin, and I found quite a few of those. Let me show you the mechanism in action. You see that? How cool is this? All right, it's so cool. So again, sliding mechanism is by Perfection Table Slide. It is not the manufacturer. That's just the guys who do this part here. And I'm still trying to see if maybe there's like a tag, something somewhere. I'm not seeing it. But why is it called a butterfly? Because you get this coming out. Okay, and then to open the butterfly, you go this way. Alright, and then it goes like this, and you open it a little bit more. Then you flatten it, and you start bringing all your pieces together. Here, here, and here. Okay, and here is the table once it's extended. Clearly hasn't been used much, so all of that's got to get washed. This is the part that's mostly at the bottom, so it's got a little bit more fading than the other one, and you notice that they did not continue the inlay on the leaves because they're not meant to be there permanently. So if you were in a library and you're studying, or you got big books, now you have enough room for a map, for drafting, drawing, manuscripts, whatever. That's the purpose of those tables, okay? It's absolutely amazing. So let me close it. I'll reopen it in a minute so I can wash it. So to close it, you basically just like reopen this a little bit here and here and here, right? And then you take this, you close your butterfly again, you put it back in, and you close your table back. There you go. I know I've gotten a lot of street finds over the years. I have to say that this is one of the coolest that I've ever found. This is absolutely amazing. All right, so how old is it? Well, I said at the beginning that it's just about 100 years old. Maybe a little bit more, but it's more than likely from the mid-20s to the mid-30s. So it's just about there, okay? Just about 100 years old. Obviously, these were very popular back in the days, and I'm talking 19th century, 18th century, 17th century, because people were looking at maps and looking at large volumes, and by that I mean large books. And a lot of gentlemen back in the days would do things like this in their private time. Like now we have all sorts of hobbies, but there were men who were drafting maps and things like that back in the days. So library tables and parlor tables like this that expanded were not something that was uncommon in well-off families. It lost its appeal pretty much once that whole idea of looking at maps and large volumes kind of like tanked, which was late 1930s and then after World War II. I can't imagine that they still make tables like this. I mean, yes, we have tables with extension, but the whole idea of a table library with butterfly leaf for the purpose of being able to extend a table to look at maps and volumes and whatnot is probably, well, it's probably still being made. It's like in those very obscure high-end stores that the majority of us don't even know exist. So it lost its popularity, and that's fine. But I have a feeling that the family who owned this is also the same family that had all the other stuff that I found this week, including the painting. And there's an old map from 1623. I don't think it's original, but it's professionally framed, so it's got to be a very old print. I'll show it to you in a minute because I'm keeping that too. There was a lot of stuff like this, and I can see a nice home too. So I can see how this is probably a family that had the means to have these kind of things, a library table and whatnot. And also have a feeling that the gentleman who owned this was a smoker of cigars, and I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. So what do I plan on doing? I went into my basement to grab a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to remove the varnish on it, okay? I am going to use this and this. I gotta change glasses. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I now have to wear distance glasses. And no, I will not do progressive for various reasons. Okay, wood putty in golden oak. That's going to be to fill in scratches. Wood stain in early American. That's also for scratches. Downstairs, I have the dark color for here. I got the tack cloth because I'm out of those. And then a new tung oil. So all I'm going to do is lightly sand, fill in the cracks. I'm not doing any repair. Fill in the cracks, restain, and tung oil. That's what I'm doing today. Not a full job. And because I don't want to damage it, Aramis, my beloved musketeer, is going to get felt pads because I don't want to scratch the table, all right? I know I've already talked for far too long and you want me to fix this table. You don't want to hear me yet. So let's get started with that, shall we? First, I'm going to wash the inside. The outside I've already washed. The only thing I didn't wash is the part that holds the butterfly leaf. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll get started probably with the top, and then I'll work my way down. Well, one thing is for sure. I live with passion. I could do this all day, every day, for the rest of my life. Okay. I'm not seeing any manufacturer. Nothing. Is it possible that it was custom made? I doubt it, but it's possible. It's gonna be another one of my life missions. Add that to all the list of life missions that I have to figure out when was this made. Well, not when, because I know when, but by who. Anyway, I'm letting the top dry because I need to inspect it and see what it is that I need to do with it. Because you know, when you put water on the scratches get dark, right? I need to see how much damage there is. And again, we're gonna do putty, wood putty, and this guy right here for easy touch up and staining. Anyway, earlier I mentioned something about cigars, right? Okay, clearly we have either a cigarette or a cigar here and here. So it happened twice. I'm thinking maybe at some point it was in an entryway, gentleman comes out, there's a third one here, or they were, so clearly somebody was smoking while working at some point in the life of this table, and the cigarette rolled off the ashtray and fell here. There's a ring here, so did we have a cigar and a cognac, or a cigar and a whiskey, or is this coffee? Who knows? But all of that I'm gonna clean. And then there's a little bit of paint here, so at some point they painted the house and paint got on top of the table. Lots of scratches, some deeper than others. Definitely over there. Looks like something was dragged. This is like detective, right? Detective work. And I'm telling you, I know it's boring to some of you, but others, I know you appreciate it. And the person sat on the right side more than they did on the left side. Interesting. So maybe they were lefties? Because if you sit here and you're lefty and you write or do things on this side, you would think this side would get more damage, and it is, right? Yeah, and you see there's barely any damage on this side here. So I'm going to conclude the gentleman was a smoker, appreciated fine beverages, and was a lefty. Kept his cigarette here on the right and doing his writing here, and whatever else he was doing was on this side, and this is why this side on the left is more damaged. It's like solving a murder mystery, right? Okay. I'm gonna work square by square. Okay. I'm gonna go get my sanding block. I'm gonna lightly sand, really, really lightly sand. I don't see, these are just scratches here, so I think I'd be fine with the pen. I don't think I need to put the putty on this square here. I'm sanding, but I'm going to sand with the 180, which is about as fine as it gets, and I'm doing it in the sense of the wood, which is this way. Hopefully the table is not moving too much as I do this. This is pretty cool. This actually fills in the scratches with just the right color. I'm still gonna put a new color on it. I mean, not a new color, but I have like a light golden colonial maple that I'm gonna put on top of it. But this fills in those little scratches. At least the ones that are not dense. It's really cool. All the scratch have been colored. You can barely see this. Once I put the stain on it, it'll be even better. So I'm moving on to this part here, and right here there's a cigarette burn, and I don't know if I can get this. I don't want to mess around with the inlay too much, only because I don't want the pieces to pop out. But I wonder if I can sand this ever so slightly, or if it's gone. I don't know if you can see, it's still a little bit, but I was able to remove the dark mark on it. And I think I got it. So I discovered a new water ring, bigger than the other one. All right, let's see if I can get that cigar. Call me weird. I'm having a mighty good time here. I'm really enjoying this. You know, find your groove, find your vibe, find your thing. Don't care what it is. Find something that brings you joy and pleasure, and go ahead and go and live a joyful life. Because I'm doing pretty good right now. I just realized you probably want to see that square thing disappear, right? Here. And it's gone. So here's my top before I put in my 1 coat of colonial maple. And you can see I removed all the scratches, all the rings, whatever that square thing was, got rid of it. And cigar burns, there was a ring over there, it's all gone. So now I'm just going to put 1 coat to revive everything and bring the gold back to the surface. There's no gold, but you know what I mean, just like the vibrancy of it. And then I have a different color that's like a very dark, almost ebony, that I'm going to mix with some cherry mahogany, and that's going to be for the bottom part. The edges here and the bottom part. But first, let's do the top. How exciting. It looks really good. I'm telling you, if you have like an old piece from Grandpa, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. This is like a t-shirt type material. Lint free. And here is minwax colonial maple. And there we go. Ooh. Oh wow. I gotta show you the difference. Okay, dull colonial maple. Do you see how the gold comes out? What a difference. Oh, this is great. Should I say I hate to brag? Well, not this time. I think it looks great. I mean, look at this thing. So I got 3 coats of the minwax on top. It's almost the same color than my floor. And I just need to let it dry. Can't do anything for now. I gotta let it dry. And then I'll do the tongue oil. I may do the tongue oil just on the top and leave it alone at the bottom. Maybe like put a rejuvenate or something like that as a kind of like a coat to make it shiny. But wow, okay, just wow. Proves to show that with a little elbow grease you can bring back the beauty of an old piece of furniture, and boy do I love this. I'm actually thinking, my 2 lamps, I'm actually thinking of swapping them, putting the fat shorter one in the corner and the tall skinny one here, so that way I can put more stuff on the table. Yeah, that's right, more stuff. I'm not gonna change. Matter of fact, speaking of stuff, I'm over here and here's the lamp that I was telling you about. So that was part of the lot with this. And oh, I didn't show you the rest. Okay, and the rest is this gorgeous, and it is a gouache / watercolor sign by Neil Mitchell. It's beautiful. Did I ever tell you how much I love storms at sea type painting? This is really, really nice. Okay, and the other one, don't mind the dogs. The other one is this. It's a map, and it's professionally framed, I think, probably from the 20s and 30s. It's a copy of 1623. Oh yeah, that was in the trash pile too. Probably gonna sell it though. That's a Delft wool plaque. Okay. Listen, the rewiring of the lamp, I've done that before. So there's really nothing to it. Absolutely nothing to it. You just disassemble the bottom. It'd be easier if I go this way. There we go. So you just disassemble the bottom and take this part out. Right, so we're gonna keep the shaft here, but we're gonna get rid of this right here. Right. Okay, I gotta cut the cable, so you're no good. Keeping this, letting go of that. Alright, so you bring it back up, and then you just gotta unscrew the part that's right here and here, and you just connect your wires. That's it. Rescrew the whole thing. This is already ready to plug, and that's all there is to it. You know how many lamps I find on the street every week? I stopped selling them because they actually don't sell. There was a point in time in the garage, I think I had a good half a dozen lamps. That was ridiculous, the amount of lamps I had. I ended up donating them because it was just too many. But the ones that I really like, I keep. And I tend to like the Asian one, except this one. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may even sell it, who knows, but don't throw away a lamp. Just don't throw away a lamp just because it doesn't work. Do you know how, especially if you like the lamp, it's super easy to rewire, really. Anyway, all right, let me do that. My problem right now is that I don't have light bulbs that are warm white. I only have, like, this is really ugly. I hate that. The one over there is a warm white. It's very pretty. Those LED lights, they're horrible, and I think that's one of them. How about that? $11 on Amazon for a wiring kit. And the lamp is working again. Let's turn that on. Ooh, actually nice. I'm not gonna keep it here, but it looks good in the dining room. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is keep cleaning the dining room while I'm at it, and I'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be dry, and I'll do a coat, maybe 2 of tongue oil, and I'll call it a day. It's kind of late already. And Edward surprised us. He just showed up, so I think we're gonna end up going out for dinner. Forget the soup tonight. I'll make it tomorrow when it's daylight anyway, because it's almost 7 o'clock. In all, it took about 5 hours, and it was time well spent for me. I don't know about you, but it was well spent for me. I enjoyed the process. I'm happy with the result. It was my little zone, very zen. To me, this was very relaxing. I really enjoy doing stuff like this. And I'm starting to think that I'm going to do more and more furniture refurnishing like this and then sell them, because I can't keep everything. Because I do find a lot of pieces that are really, really nice. I don't care much for the chalk paint that people are doing on furniture. I'm not saying it's destroying it or whatever. You do what you want, okay? If that's what you want in your house, knock yourself out. But it's not for me. I like wood. I like the color of wood. I like the feel of wood. I like the warmth of wood. And all types of wood, you know this, right? I like dark wood, light wood, oak, and whatever that is. I think I said it was tiger maple. But I'm starting to think like I'm not doing a bad job. I could actually pick up more pieces, spend a good 5-6 hours like that on a piece, and resell it. What am I talking about? I'm stretched for time as it is, but you know, when I'm retired, I could do stuff like that. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. When I come back, I'll put the coat of tongue oil on it and call it a day. This is really cool. Oh, again, I can't wait to put my stuff on it. And I have ideas. I want a plant, my lamp, the musketeer, something else. I gotta start using my stuff and display it. I think it looks awesome. I did a pretty good job. And again, it didn't take long. You know, like a half a day basically, and it looks brand new. So I hope you enjoyed this. And yes, I put the larger one over here, which I kind of like better because it fills the corner a little bit more, and then the other one is taller, so it allows me to put more stuff underneath it. I'm not sure about the full plant here. I just wanted to play around with Asian vignette, even though I have the musketeer here. But this is a bowl that I also, you can't see it, it's backlit, that I found for $1 at my local church thrift shop, and it's actually really old, and it's a rice bowl, handmade, not on the wheel. It's phenomenal. It's really, really pretty. And my group on Facebook of Chinese pottery likes it too, so they said it was a lucky find. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna play around with decor, you know, I'm not done with it. Plus pretty soon it's gonna be all out anyway for a Christmas vignette, but this was me restoring that little table, and it was one of the best finds of the year. Not the best find. The best find was a V2 Singer machine with the Threadle, and it's in my garage. I just need to add the belt. The thing is like brand new. At the later time, I'll show it to you, but it's like the second Singer ever made. It's stunning. That was definitely my best find this year so far, but crossing my finger and knocking on wood that I keep on finding really good stuff. I keep on joking on my private Facebook that my town keeps on giving, and it really does. It's a beautiful find, and now it's going to be in my family for quite some time. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner. Find me on Facebook and Instagram at mygreatchallenge. My Etsy shop, Frenchie and Tubby. Tomorrow I am posting a preview of what's coming up on Friday. I post every Friday at 5 p.m. for new stuff in the shop. If you like vintage and antique finds, pottery, crystal, china, whatever, and you like me, you just like pretty things around your house, or know somebody who does, perfect gift. The holidays are coming, so check it out. And Patreon at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge for exclusive content not seen on YouTube. I will see you tomorrow for my Etsy preview video. I'll talk to you later. Bye.